Norfolk State by 6, and they've got the basketball. This is their third chance this possession down the floor. After having a couple of balls deflect out of bounds, Phillips lost it on her interior pass, and so FAMU's off and running.
It was a good job to clamp down defensively against that zone. When you have the ball on the pinch post, you may have to take it back up top to get the ball in there. That time, 3 people around collapsing on the ball.
Florence Ouattara, hard to the rim, lost control of the ball. Nobody gained an advantage with the contact, so it dribbles away out of bounds and stays with the Rattlers in orange. Shalonda Bernie Robinson back out there as Alicia McCray continues to see just a handful of minutes today. Not much from her. Inbounds finally comes to Bernie Robinson. Ouattara contested 3 off the back of the iron. Swinson finds Harper, who's off and running and scoring. Tough play, and she put it in.
Nice strong move with a high level of contest to that shot. And that's when you go in and you know your kids are focused on the target, not focused on the contact.
Ouattara had one thing on her mind there, and she was going to turn and shoot it no matter who was in her face. Nearly went in for her. Dawn King is out on the floor. We haven't seen much of her today either. King comes from behind, and it is in the act of shooting as she slaps her on the wrist.
Well, it was a nice pass by Kayla Roberts up top to get things going. We'll take a look right here. There's Kayla Roberts with it, and what do? Ali slips right in there. Great timing offensively and a perfect feed.
Kalila Ali, an undersized 4 player, but when she scores, she's pretty good at coming off her right hand. Played 4 years at Longwood University, missed a little time because of an ACL tear, so decided to use her final year of eligibility and play for Coach Vickers and the Spartans. They're glad she's there.
Especially after that last play. She had a nice strong finish.
3 ball, finally something to feel good about from behind the 3-point line. That's a big one from Ouattara.
And she has made all 3 threes for Florida A&M this afternoon. They're 3 of 13.
Roberts to the rim, under control for a bucket.
Now just 7 points away from 1,000 career points for Kayla Roberts.
Only a junior. Tremendous. Roberts, a 5-time Defensive Player of the Week in the conference this year, but our offense shines as Florence Ouattara steals some spotlight for Florida A&M. Nice move.
Well, that was insane. I don't know how she got that to go. She was off balance and on the way down and got it to fall.
Tanner jarred it free, and there's an offensive foul in the paint.
Yeah, Tanner displaced the defender for sure. And Ouattara right here. Let's take a look at this shot, and just a turnaround jumper with the spread eagle on the way down. That's if you're playing horse, you got to use that shot. No one else is going to make that. MEAC quarterfinal action. Back at you in a minute.
Florida A&M mounting a little bit of a comeback in the second half, but they haven't been able to close the gap. It's only an 8-point deficit, but haven't been able to chip too much closer. That'll help Cedrica Sweeting for 3.
Another 3 for Florida A&M and a turnover by Norfolk State, so this could be just what the doctor ordered in terms of getting back into this contest. Opportunity, but you've got to knock in shots like this. That's the 4th 3 this afternoon for Florida A&M.
Sweet shot from Cedrica Sweeting. 4:08 left in the third quarter. Off the inbound.
Looking to execute against the zone.
Back to the corner, 3 more. Dawn King this time.
What did we just say? Opportunity meets efficiency for Florida A&M.
Suddenly a 2-point game.
It's all about defense right now. Florida A&M a much better job containing the paint.
Roberts can't stop the run. Swinson grabs it and pulls it out. Smart play.
Roberts had gotten up on her toes there, nearly a travel prior to taking that last shot.
Strode found Swinson cutting. No good. Tanner cleans it up.
Long arms by Tanner inside gave her the ability to stand in front of the rim and reach around on the right side.
Boy, she started to backpedal thinking she buried it. Sweeting just a little strong. Good find, Swinson to Roberts. Norfolk State back up by 6.
Nice strong finish inside. Now just 5 points away from 1,000 career points for Roberts.
That confidence, though, from Cedrica Sweeting, that's what they've been missing. They almost want someone to play kind of bordering on that cockiness. You just want to have a real high level of confidence in your ability and your shot, especially in a big moment.
And your hard work that you put into your game and your skill set.
Dawn King rattles one away. Still loose. Bodies flying everywhere, and finally a whistle. It almost became a wrestling match.
Yeah, I was covering my head just like Sweeting was covering hers there at the scrum. But this is what this game means to these players. You're in the postseason. Every possession matters. You don't think these kids want to win this game? Both teams scratching and clawing for every opportunity to have an advantage.
Winner plays the top-seeded Bethune-Cookman. Neither team has beaten the Wildcats this year. That game will come your way tomorrow at noon. Jump shot from just right of center. Off a little short, 2-on-1. Florida A&M, beautiful dish. Dawn King finishing at the rim.
That's why you always have to run with your hands ready.
Jordan Strode with a nice bounce pass of her own. Shayla Tanner for 2.
Both teams executing well in the fast break, but defensive transition by both teams right now leaves a lot to be desired.
6-point contest. Watara got nudged from behind, so she's got a couple of free throws coming.
Fast break scoring for both teams. She's got some holes in her pocket, dropping dimes everywhere all over the floor for Florida A&M. That was a terrific pass.
It came right back down the other side too. Florida A&M has struggled all year from the free throw line. And in big moments like this, it's almost more mental than anything else. Swinson leaves the floor, so now it's Phillips, Long, Tanner, Roberts, and Strode for the Spartans in green. Victoria Wynn is coming to the scorers table now for Florida A&M. Free throw is good. McCray is out there. Sweeting checks out, so it's McCray joining Haskins at the guard with Victoria Wynn, Florence Watara, and Shakira Morrison.
Yeah, 1-2-2 full court again by Florida A&M, causing trouble.
Good diagonal pass to beat it. Roberts back to the free throw line, to a round of applause from Spartan fans.
Victoria Wynn was saying the ball rolled up her jersey, but I think it had some help getting there.
Roberts clanks the first one just a little bit too long.
And that's all about your legs. And coaches say all the time, squat down in your shot. Shot comes from your legs. Everyone thinks it's about the release because of Steph Curry and Maya Moore. They come out and it just looks so effortless. But it starts in your base, in your legs. You got to sit down.
Wow, she missed them both, unlike Kayla Roberts. Norfolk State by only 5 now. Haskins looking for help. Wynn providing. She borderline took an extra step, instead banking it in. It's a 3-point game.
Yeah, she did a terrific job of attacking and finishing, and now 16 paint points for Florida A&M.
Norfolk State trying to feel like they can punctuate the end of this third quarter. Florida A&M would like a punctuation mark of their own. Shayla Tanner almost crashed into the photographers along the baseline, and it's back to the Rattlers.
Yeah, Victoria Nguyen taking matters into her own hands, serpentining around the defenders and kissing it off the glass for the finish. Nicely done.
Serpentining, I like that. Slithering their way through.
Slithering.
Shot clock is still on. It's essentially a non-factor. It looks like Nguyen is going to try to milk it as much as she can. Norfolk State's assistant coaching staff yelling, you know what's coming. So we'll see if they're prepared for this.
High ball screen.
Nguyen had an open look, missed it. Morrison the offensive rebound. And free throws for her.
Well, you know there's going to be a quick shot in a 1-4 low set. You know there's going to be a high ball screen. So when that shot goes up, you've got to wiggle in there, maneuver for the offensive rebounding opportunities. That's what happened there.
The Rattlers are leaving points at the line. Shakira Morrison missed them both. Off in time, no good. The putback, though, is in. The bucket counts for Morrison, whose 2 free throw misses looked monumental for a moment. They will review it, but it looked by the naked eye like she got it off in time.
Well, they're just going to double check it just to make sure it was out of her hands. And to make sure that it counted, it looked like it did. And the light, you go by the horn and the light.
Meanwhile, Florida A&M is 12 of 22 at the free throw line. And they award the basket. All right. So, at the end of 3, Norfolk State's 8-point halftime lead trimmed to just 1.
Florida A&M is fighting back. They're not the Rattlers for no reason. They are getting it done and climbing their way back in. But Norfolk State here at home wants it to go a different way.